I just want to start by saying how extremely proud I am of our team. You know, third game in 8 days, playing against a good team that's fresh. Just the mental fortitude, the mental toughness that they showed today, going down a goal on one of those things that, you know, was like a miscue, keeps popping up in the air, one of those strange goals. And, you know, for our team to, you know, show the resiliency, to battle back, to win it in injury time, just speaks a lot about the team's character. But being able to put in the effort that they put in today, I was extremely proud of them.
So watching it live, do you think Barrett got a touch before the ball went over the line?
He's going to talk to Dempsey about that. I'm not. So those guys can deal with that. You know, all what I know is the ball went in the back of the net. So.
Was the Evans movie, did he suffer an injury, or is?
Yeah, on that tackle, you know, he made a great tackle on Bradley Wright Phillips in the box, and on that tackle he got hit in the calf a little bit. And last year he had a calf injury, and it was starting to tighten up on him. He felt he could maybe, you know, I mean, he's a trooper. He'd stay out there the whole time, but I didn't want that to develop into anything bigger because I think he's played well for us this year back there, and so we pulled him out. You know, obviously we think we have a very capable player in Zach Scott, you know, who's been in these situations before, so we're able to put Zach out there to finish up the game. But it was more to protect him from that injury because it was definitely tightening up.
Michelle?
Barrett getting credit for the goal, and Oba obviously out for 2 games in the last little chunk of bits. It's been 5 games since Dempsey or Oba has scored. Is that concerning that they're not finishing, or is it reassuring that other people on this team are stepping up and scoring?
You know what I'm going to say. When they were scoring, you guys were saying, oh, they're the only guys scoring, so what's up? All we want is our team to get goals, you know, so we want our team to get goals and for those guys to be involved in the goals. So Oba had an assist today on Marco's goal. You know, Dempsey didn't get the goal but had an assist. I mean, there's very few people who could have put that ball on frame with their left foot going away from goal. That's, you know, that's an extremely talented skill level that, you know, he has, and he's able to turn that into it. And he's played a lot of minutes this week. You know, for me, no, I'm not concerned about that. You know, we still, you know, I didn't think our game was 100% sharp today, you know, and a little bit of that was just a fatigue in the third game and playing against a good team, but and a team that pressed us. And, you know, but I thought overall the guys were good.
Chris?
You may have just mentioned it, Ziggy. What changed in the second half? Things opened up for you guys a little bit. They controlled the middle in the first half. What sort of opened up in the second half for you?
Oh, well, you know, at halftime we talked a little bit about looking to go a little more direct, get in behind them a little bit more, that we felt we could get behind them on the flanks. I thought we did a good job in our possession in the first half where we moved them side to side, but then once we moved them side to side, sometimes we didn't go forward at the right moment, and just trying to find the right moments. And you know, I think they also fatigued a little bit in the second half, so their pressure wasn't as good up high, so that gave us a little more ability to come out of the back. But at the end, it also came down to some individuals making plays.
Ziggy, Marco's recorded a point in 5 out of the last 6 games. What do you make of his play of late?
You know, I mean, I know he was mad at me at one point because he thought I kept pulling him out too early. But, you know, as I told him, if you do what I'm looking for you to do, then and you're not going to get pulled out. Today he came out because he felt he rolled his ankle a little bit, and so he asked to come out at the end. But you know, he's a player who's very talented. Sometimes I want him to be higher up on the field and expose those talents and getting in. But he's doing that better. You know, he's getting more touches in the opponent's end of the field, and when he gets those touches in the opponent's end of the field, then he can make things happen. You know, and that's what we've looked for. And so now he's got a couple of goals. You know, I think he's already got a career high in assists, and we need him to continue to play that way.
The Lamar substitution, can you talk about your thought and then how that changed the game a little bit?
Well, Roldan, you know, I think Roldan was getting tired, and so we needed to make that change. He had given us really good energy. I thought Christian played really well in the first half, especially the first 30 minutes. You know, Lamar is a guy who's always been, you know, in our starting lineup or very close to it, and so he was the guy that we came with. We talked to Lamar about trying to, you know, get behind them because we thought he had the pace to get behind him on that side. Mears played him a couple of balls. He got in behind, you know, did well, won the one corner. I thought the other time he should have maybe gotten into the box, you know, and really gone at the guy. But you know, I mean, we have depth, we have good players, so it was their turn to play.
Will?
They finished with 19
fouls. Was that just a product of their sort of pressing style, or were they a little bit over-aggressive?
How can I answer that? It's a product a little bit of their pressing style, but it's also that it's that school of soccer that Jesse Marsch comes from, which is, you commit tactical fouls in midfield to slow the opponent down. And so when you look at a lot of tactical fouls that were made in midfield, and there was one that happened almost in our end of the field, and referee doesn't yellow card the guy. I mean, it's like, if he doesn't foul the guy, we're on a 3v3. And so their ability to recognize that. So part of it is their aggressive style in terms of pressing, but part of it is also their awareness, of doing, those kind of fouls to make sure the game slows down at the right time. And I think their style, DC United, similar in that regard. KC is very similar in that regard.
Michelle?
First time this season your team's had to play so many matches in so few days. What does that tell you about the group as you gear up for US Open Cup and all the other?
Yeah, well, just that we're a strong group and we're resilient. I think the guys, fitness-wise, I think we're all right. Because we played. When I watched Colorado's game yesterday and watched their effort playing their third game in 7 days, it was 1 day less than us. And then I looked at our group today. I was really pleased at our mentality and our fitness level. And so it's, that's part of it. And, we know we're going to face these stretches as we move forward into the season because of Open Cup and also because of Champions League. So we have to be prepared. Obviously if all hands are on deck and, Pineda's 100% healthy and all that, there's still rotation, that can be done there. But certainly Rose and Roldan had to step up, play 2 games here in pretty close proximity. They hadn't been playing as many minutes as the other guys, but they showed that their fitness was good as well.
Jackson?
A lot of pressing and attacking early on in the match. Do you expect going in that it would be that high throughout?
They're pressing us? Yeah, we expected that. Yeah, we were prepared for that. We had talked about that. We had talked about playing past their line of pressure. And that was the thing we talked again about at halftime because we didn't play past their line at the right moments at times. But I thought we still did an okay job of holding on to the ball even with their pressure.
Just a word on Evans getting his call in and on Dempsey apparently sticking around here.
Well, Clint's, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, right? Yeah, Clint's wife is pregnant, so she's due. And so the decision there, from U.S. Soccer and from Jurgen was just, stay closer. It's tough to fly back from Amsterdam or from, Dusseldorf if your wife's going to deliver. So, so that's his reasoning there. That's the reason Clint wasn't called in. And, Evans, it's great. The game that they're playing in Holland is outside the FIFA date. But on the same token, if they would have played those games within the FIFA date, we would have missed them on the 13th of June. So now we miss them on the 6th, but we have them back for the 13th. So it was like a give and take.
Is Chad Marshall 100%? I know that you said that you held him out Wednesday mostly for rest, but he had some maybe uncharacteristic mistakes today.
No, he's 100%. Yeah, he's 100%. It's just he had gotten hit in the calf, and so we decided to be careful about that and not play him on Wednesday. But he was okay. He's got some pretty unique scratch marks if you look at his arm after the game. So people grabbing him.
About Alonso, I know the yellow card. Are you going to start targeting him to kind of calm down a little bit and don't put the team in risk to lose a kind of player?
Part of Alonso's style of play is he's an aggressive defender, and so I don't want him to lose that aspect of his game. And I think, I don't know what was today, his 3rd yellow of the season, 2nd or 3rd? 3rd yellow of the season. So, he knows the rules, he's aware of them. He's a veteran player, so I don't think I have to talk a whole lot to Ozzy about that.
Well, I saw you having a discussion with the AR after the Lloyd Smith goal, or Lloyd Sam goal, excuse me. What did he tell you he saw?
Well, I asked him if it was offsides because I thought it was fairly close for offsides looking at it from the bench, and I haven't seen the replay yet, but that it was pretty even, the guys, but it was close, and and my other concern was it seemed We got caught by surprise a little bit on the free kick, and I know he set the wall back 10 yards, and I don't really remember. And again, when I watch it on tape, I can hear it, but I didn't remember a second whistle. You know, so when you put the ball, when you march them away 10 yards, generally you got to blow a second whistle to let guys know that it's coming into play. And it seemed like all of a sudden the ball got played and got shot, and you know, we got caught changing a little bit because we put a fifth guy in the wall and we had to designate somebody else to charge the ball. And you know, then a guy, I mean, if he hits it better, you know, we probably block it. It's better, I guess.
On Mir's play, I mean, can you talk a little bit about his positioning, his passing, and his vision at that right back? And is that what you envisioned when you got him?
Yeah, you know, that's what we thought he would provide for us. I mean, he's a veteran guy. He's a pretty solid one-on-one defender, you know, and the thing that's that we like about Tyrone when he trained with us last summer and that we like about him right now is that, you know, there's a lot of givens there. And what I mean by that is, you know, it's a given that he's going to be pretty solid defensively. It's a given that he's going to connect, you know, the majority of his passes. And it's a given that he's going to make a lot more good decisions than bad ones. And he's just been very consistent, very steady, and also a great addition to our locker room. So we're very pleased with Tyrone.